So we're test driving. At this point, it was pegged, no power, and then it abruptly cut me off, and the check engine light popped on. So we're having no boost pressure problem. This is the second key cycle. I was driving it after clearing the code, and no check engine would come on, but it was heavily underpowered, no matter how much throttle I gave it. So this confirms. I'm sure the check engine's going to be for the low boost. We can go back now, double check it, and there we go. So there's a couple of things to check here. Now, the one main thing, this is here from another shop, and they already replaced the turbo, as you can tell. And I quickly was starting to look at it, and the first thing I wanted to do was apply vacuum at the wastegate diaphragm there, and it should pull the rod in. And so that's what I did. And the reason why I've got these covers off is I noticed that the metal shield was kind of rubbing on the rod and made it difficult for it to pull. And so I released them, and it moves way more freely now at this point. So let's go ahead and go to vacuum, and we'll start to apply. And it's starting to move, so it's hard to get both. And you can tell, and right about 10 I think is where it stops pulling. And so it's pulled all the way in, and from what I was reading, I believe when it pulls it in to close the wastegate, so it'll release it to release boost. And so we're still holding, and so now I've got the shields out the way, it moves way more freely. We'll relieve it. There we go. Now, so that's one thing that we got checked. The next is that according to Mercedes, the literature, there's supposed to be vacuum here at all times. And with my vacuum gauge, there is not. And that is controlled by this control solenoid there. And you can tell I've got that hose off. That's the one that goes to the wastegate, and there's no vacuum there either. Now I can show you, and it should be straight engine vacuum. So we're on there with the gauge. Still zero. And still zero into the vacuum. So next I'm going to check the vacuum source to that wastegate solenoid. There we go. Straight from the manifold. So it's there, that solenoid. And it actually feeds a second solenoid. That guy there that you can tell it's got some probably JB Weld or something on it, but that one controls a diaphragm or valve in the, I think, the water pump. So it's a double feed with this splitter deal, which I got off. So we're straight into the vacuum hose. I'm I'm gonna assume we're gonna have vacuum. It's right feeding from the manifold. Oh, right at 28 inches. That's a ton of vacuum. Now it is assisted by a vacuum pump, the intake manifold. Probably why we have a ton of vacuum in there. And so now all we have to do is check, maybe double check literature and see if we're getting any type of activation here, or what should we have here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is test this valve here on the bench. I've got my smoke machine. I'm going to feed that into the vacuum port, which is this smaller one. They're labeled here on the solenoid. So we're getting nothing coming out of there. And I've got my pulse activator. And let's see if we can get vacuum coming out. So supposedly I'm activating the solenoid. And I'm not getting much coming out or anything. It's not clicking at all. So let me double check. We might have to get a reading to see if we're actually activating. I can feel it sort of pulse, but it's not clicking loud. Not sure if I'm making good contact. Yeah. Let's double check everything else. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got a new solenoid. It's not factory, it's this brand, but for right now it's the only thing I could get so that we can try to do a test. Hoping that it was made right and works right. Let's see if we have it different. So there we go. And it, hopefully you can hear on camera, it's got a way stronger, deeper pulse. Actually feeling it and hearing it, and smoke comes out of there when we activate it. My compressor was shut off, so let's try that again. So there we go, we got air coming out, or smoke, and then we'll actuate it. There we go. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead, install this on the vehicle, and see if we build some boost. Alright, we're clearly out test driving. I connected the scan tool, I cleared the codes. Of course, the oil pump control solenoid valve, that code's permanent, it's not going away. The turbo boost code, whatever, that's gone cleared. Now I'm test driving. I've got the scan tool. I already went down the road, but we can check again. I don't remember what the value was that it was pegged out flat line beforehand when trying to accelerate, but it looks like it's already getting higher. Plus, it was very easily noticeable when it was low on power. So let's continue, and I'll keep you guys on there. So we're definitely reaching a whole lot more boost. Nothing too crazy as far as connections and steps and testing methods. So I'll just keep driving it, and that might be all on this one. So I'll let you guys know.